episode of Geesebumps Minibump in which we examine R.L. Stine a la carte. My name is Danielle, and I have a PhD.
My name is JoJo, and I have a PhD.
My name is Jeff, and I am so bummed.
I thought you were going to say wet.
So bummed
And wet.
And wet.
that they are putting the Powerpuff Girls live action show on hold to rework the pilot because it
Dear
was
God,
so,
no.
It was so bad.
I can't believe that you did not see that coming.
The Powerpuff Girls are adults now. They are disillusioned with having been forced to be children's superheroes for so long.
We're not kids.
Yeah, so now they're ready to fuck.
That's right.
It looks like Jennifer Hale is in it as something.
Who dat?
She's probably going to play Mrs. Bellum.
Here's another scene. Enter the Powerpuff Girls' home, the hallway of Buttercup's room day. Blossom heads upstairs where the bumping sound continues from Buttercup's room.
Wow.
It abruptly stops. Blossom opens the door and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy. They've just, quote, finished. Blossom, oh God, I'm sorry. Buttercup, it's fine. To Macy, we're done, right? Macy, I'd say 6 times is enough.
Oh my God.
Did you know that was one of the Powerpuff Girls' powers? If you could take a beloved childhood cartoon character, why wouldn't you make them fuck immediately? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hey, listen, Jeff.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this thing called the internet?
No.
No, tell me about it.
Give me the elevator pitch.
Oh, so I'm so glad I caught you. Okay, listen, I got this idea. You're going to love it. You're going to love
I'm
it.
pushing the button frantically. God damn it. God damn it.
Close.
It's gonna be interconnected network of computers to show everyone how fucked up they can get buck wow when they can draw pictures of naked anime cartoons.
We'll think about it. Let me take a look at your script here, and I'll be in contact.
Yeah, it just says internet by Joe.
Bye, Joe.
And then 6 months later, Joe looks at the TV and sees a preview for a movie called The World Wide Web by Warner Brothers.
You son of a bitch.
They stole my idea.
You stole my idea.
Coming this summer, World Wide Web 2, the Internet of Things. You've been CompuServe.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Now that's the
Laying it down.
tagline.
That's good.
yeah.
That's a good one.
You know what? That's our exit door for the beginning part. Thanks, Joe.
I took it upon myself to contribute to the show for once in my goddamn life.
You were charged with a task.
I have acquired a Goosebumps Slappyworld title. For those of you who are listening who aren't down with the current Stine, you only like that OG classic shit.
Classics.
You're not down with his new hits. You're not down with his remix with Nickelback
Oh, yeah. And see ya.
R.L. Stine and Sia, yes.
and Lizzo. Oh, our Lizzo Stine. We can't keep doing this. This came out in 2020.
Oh, we don't speak of that year.
Oh, this is so old.
This book is from the dark time.
This is ancient. Okay. Middle of 2020.
Yeah, beginning. Was it full of like hope and then
Yeah. Like
was squandered? What?
July 7th. This was fucking dead center of the troubles.
Smack in the middle of the
That's July 7th is around the time that everyone thought it'd be done and was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, nah.
One mo again.
This means that he wrote that either the last week of June or the first week of July.
It takes the publisher longer to download the PDF he sent them as opposed to him writing the story.
Oh, son, love it. Really enjoy it. I have a question. How come it takes longer to write than it does to read? I don't understand. Or would it be longer to read than it does to write?
It was to flip it. It's fine. We knew what you were going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, we
Fix that joke in post, please, Jeff. Slappyworld, it's Goosebumps stories, but with a consistent narrator who
is?
Slappy,
Ah.
who is the crypt keeper of Goosebumps. He's R.L. Stine's crypt keeper.
The last one we read is JoJo read
Monster Blood is back.
Monster Blood is back.
And we're on a cooking show.
Yep.
And that one, and look, can I just say, chef's kiss. And it's not just because it was about cooking. It was a perfect book
It was
of Goosebumps.
Incredible.
This one
Oh.
is also a perfect expression of the form
Oh, good.
in the other way. So this is Goosebumps Slappyworld 11. They call me the Night Howler.
Okay.
Now.
That sounds dirty, first off, but I'm not going to go there.
I'm going to drop something in the Facebook chat. If any of you have your phones handy, this is the cover.
Hey, if you at home want to check our Facebook chat, just be friends with us for at least 4 years, and maybe we'll invite you to it.
Yeah, maybe eventually you will see it.
Yeah. So you see that, Jeff?
It's the most vague, unspecific cover I've ever seen.
It's a couple of big yellow eyes.
Yeah.
And these two gloved hands coming out at you.
Looks like the Joker's hands, basically. The gloved Joker's hands.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Now, as people who read books,
Yeah.
by the way, they haven't read this. Only I've read this.
Yeah.
That's right. We
As
don't read
people
books.
who read books, we are not allowed to judge books by their cover. Based on the cover, what is this book?
Oh, Jesus.
What is this about?
It's the Night Stalkers. It's the Walking Pants.
I'm having a hard time because the environment looks like it's like a stage, maybe, of some sort.
Or a purple vaginal canal.
Or some sort of vaginal canal.
Here's what I got. The character is 12 years old.
Okay. Hope you got that. Yeah, Rick, you're probably right on that one. Yeah. I think it's a kid who is either masquerading as like a vigilante or they get powers.
Jeff, did you cheat?
No, I didn't cheat.
Oh,
Is that what it is?
God.
On a trip to his favorite place, the Comic Book Characters Hall of Fame Museum, Mason
Jesus.
explores every exhibit and comes across a very real night howler. But when villains start terrorizing the town, Mason realizes that his whole life is about to change. Will Mason be a superhero or will he just be a super zero? This is a Goosebumps story about a kid who becomes a fucking superhero.
I fucking got it. And you know why I got it is
Why?
they call me the Night Howler. The way that I was thinking it is like when the
They
cops...
call me the goddamn Batman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like, I think about like when the cops got there, like, who are you? They call me the Night Howler.
Plus, everything has like been superhero oriented for a while. So the publisher was probably like, okay, what could you give us about superheroes?
Don't worry, I got something in the chamber.
I had one.
Here's our world. It's a small town. I don't think the town is named. It stars Mason Brady. Things about Mason
Brady?
Mason Brady.
That
MB.
could not be the most like son of Jennifer and Matt person I've ever heard of.
So he has a little sister named Stella. She's very nosy and she copies him.
Oh, that is annoying. That is like a stupid kid.
Okay, I
annoying.
can see how this would be a
There's
problem.
there's a bit of a double twist with that one.
Sure.
So he loves superheroes. He loves to draw. You remember the movie Logan?
Yes.
When they're like, we used X-Men comic books to find out where we're supposed to be, which means that it's a world where the X-Men fiction,
Exists.
like Marvel Comics exists, but also there are actually X-Men.
Yes.
And it doesn't make sense.
It's basically, I considered it like there were the X-Men. They didn't secure their own copyrights of themselves.
Oh no, they were too busy having superpowers.
They were too busy having powers.
It's fine. I'm gonna cut off a piece of my costume, put it in an envelope, and mail it to myself, and then they won't copy me. Mason goes to the comic book museum. His family takes him, and he's looking at all of his favorite superheroes and supervillains. And in one part,
Is it like a wax museum?
no, well, it's like a history museum.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, why don't they make a wax museum of superheroes?
In this place, there's one thing that happens. By the way, this is about as far from horror as I think I've ever read.
Yeah, I was
from
going to
horror
ask. This doesn't sound like it's going to be scary.
This is sort of just like an adventure story.
Not a great premise for horror.
He encounters a man who goes by the name of Dr. Maniac.
No.
Wait,
No.
like he encounters him like they're both at the museum looking around?
Yes.
This is like
Let me say, this is page 13, chapter 3. Is he good or bad? That's Stella asking Mason. Bad, I said. Seriously bad. Dr. Maniac's the worst supervillain of all times. No one can catch him because he's totally twisted and unpredictable.
But he's here.
Yep, but he's here.
Well, then he says, I'm not that bad. A tall man stepped from the shadows.
Oh no.
He swept his leopard skin cape
Oh my
Oh.
God, this is a child predator.
around him and wore
This is a child predator.
steel body armor over his blue and green jumpsuit.
That's a lot of clashing.
Whoa, body armor over. Whoa.
So it's leather dead animal over metallic like Iron Man over like a spandex suit.
He's every super character.
He's every super character. And this is a little bit, I think, of R.L. Stine showing his hand as the author. A little bit. Because he goes,
Soup.
well, I guess actually in sort of a roundabout way. My brother was just explaining who you are. That's what Stella says to Dr. Maniac. And he's like, who I are. Who I are. I'll tell you who I are.
What?
Oh, I'm the bratwurst in a bowl of baked beans.
What?
Does that give you an idea who I are? Not really, Stella muttered. So they try to get away from him because they're scared. And they go, if you want to leave this room, you have to eat my boot.
This is just stupid.
And then finally, this is chapter 4, number 7, page 17. Just messing with you, he repeated. He slid the boot back onto his foot. I'm an actor. I work for the museum. I was just doing my job, Mason, playing the part of Dr. Maniac. It's all improv.
Whoa. What?
So not only does he not understand the building of a world with comic book characters, but
he also doesn't
doesn't
quite understand improv.
Yeah.
That's sort of a red herring, right? Because what happens next is he meets the actual superhero, the Night Howler.
Okay.
At this museum.
That's where they hang. That's normal.
How sad are you to go to a museum that features your likeness on the weekends?
the good old days.
So he finds the Night Howler, and the Night Howler, he has his costume,
Okay.
and he's throwing it in the trash.
Oh no, like Spider-Man.
Oh, we know that
like,
scene.
like Spider-Man.
Uncle Ben.
And then Mason's like, why?
Also, why here?
Howler's like, yeah, it's really weird when you think about it. He's like, well, I don't like being a superhero. The hours are bad. That's actually like, there were a couple other things, but the main one was like the hours are bad. Also,
The commute, terrible.
he basically is like, look, kid, if you want to be the Night Howler, you can have a costume. The costume's magic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the magic's in the costume.
I was going to ask how it's going to fit him.
See, Jeff, even RL knew that you knew that.
Yeah, saw that one coming. Okay, swatted it down. All right.
He takes the costume. He gets all of his powers. Now, Night Howler.
What are the powers?
Has basically like any kind of superhero that can use shadows to fight. So like blend with the shadows invisibly, can cloud your mind, can float on a black cloud, and is weakened by super bright light.
Sure.
So actually pretty consistent for superpower.
Where does the howling come in?
Yeah.
Because after he catches his villain, he goes, "Ow."
Really?
Like Shakira.
Ow.
Ow! When Shakira captures a villain, she also screams
Yes.
"Ow!"
That is well known.
Or the original Night Howler wants to train new Night Howler.
Oh hell yeah! That's like a kid's dream.
Yeah, right?
So here's what happens. He goes back home,
Uh-huh.
and immediately the one rule about the Night Howler rules is you're not allowed, no one's allowed to know you're the Night Howler.
Okay, well, it's basic superhero stuff.
Yeah, standard.
Because if they know you're the is it though? Because if they know you're the Night Howler, you lose your powers.
Oh, that
But
blows.
already there's a logical inconsistency.
Because
there, right?
they know each other's the Night Howler.
yeah.
Which Night Howler 1 says, oh yeah, no, that's a no, that's an exception. Like the suit knows. Like what the fuck are you the suit gets it.
Oh, the suit knows. So wait, the suit's Doctor Strange's cape, basically.
Yes. Well, also, what's also stupid is later when he has to be trained to be the Night Howler.
He brings in like a whole bunch of people to help him. What?
The original Night Howler has a second Night Howler costume, and his excuse is,
Come
yeah. So the
on.
Night Howler shows up at his house to train Mason, and Night Howler is wearing a Night Howler costume. And when Mason's like, "How do you have that?" He says, "Yeah, I had a spare." That's fucking nothing.
This is like when you spend like half an hour trying to devise a mechanical way to bring the remote control to you rather than spend the 10 seconds it would take to
get
stand
up
up and grab it. So
Yeah,
rather than go back and fix the premise.
That's the first like 40 pages of this book is R.L. Stine.
R.L. Stine took the delete key off of his keyboard. He cannot backspace. He has to keep going forward.
He can't this is the challenge. No regrets and no spell check.
Absolutely no regrets.
And so it's a superhero gig. It's a superhero story. So what's the thing? Like, what is the difficulty that Mason will get into having become a hero? What is the challenge?
Well, he's 12, right?
Yes.
He's 12. Yeah.
I mean, that is like Spider-Man in that way. I think it's a lot like Spider-Man, where it's like, yeah, he cannot tell anybody, but his social and economic situation makes it challenging where he has to like make excuses, and he's probably getting in trouble.
Okay, so I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Remember his little sister, Harriet the Spy?
Oh,
Yeah.
She's trying to snoop on him.
Motherfucker gonna find out.
Which is one of the first things that happens when he gets back home.
Oh, nailed it.
Mason's like, I have to hide the costume. He hides it under the floorboards. Stella immediately finds the torn up floor.
I like her.
And then his dad is like,
What this? I learned it from you.
Turns out he's the Night Howler. No, he sees the torn up floorboard and he goes, oh, don't worry. And he hammers the floorboard down.
Oh.
So he can't get his super suit anymore.
Oh, shit.
Oops. He doesn't have the other part of the hammer.
Howler shows up, the real one, the first one, and teaches him his first power, which is you can use the Night Howler powers to suggest people do things and then blank their memory.
Oh, wow. So he's got Men in Black powers.
Men in Black powers too?
So he does
Come
that to the dad. The dad pries that up, gives him the costume, and then forgets.
Also, give me my allowance, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, a PlayStation 5, please. Is he going to be a villain? I feel like he turns into a villain.
No, he's a hero. But here's what happens, right? This whole story is about, like, he just sucks.
The kid sucks personality-wise or, like, as a hero?
As a hero. So, one of the first thing that haings is he's at a sleepover with his friend George and Walter.
Yeah, but does he get pulled away?
Yes.
Oh,
Of
no.
course he does.
He has a cell phone.
Oh, no.
Night caller.
And so with George and Walter, they're trying to film a stupid YouTube video.
What?
Oh, wow.
Being a YouTube person is cool, first of all.
Oh, this is page 66. They were both always in trouble with Mrs. Stuckhouse in school.
What?
Mrs. Stuckhouse, eh?
Not for anything serious, just for goofing around or messing up their homework, or for their famous laughing fits that always got the whole class giggling out of control. One of the twins' longest laughing fits. Mm-hmm. How do you think this sentence concludes?
Okay, it starts with one of the twins' longest laughing fits.
It lapses into an actual fit.
Was 3 hours long.
One of the twins' longest laughing fits went viral on Instagram.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. So it was no longer than 60 seconds?
That's a good one, Danielle. Now, but here's the thing. There's another clause. How does the sentence end now? Went viral on Instagram.
But was taken down by Facebook.
Went viral on Instagram with more than 3,000 likes.
Hey, you know what? You know what? If I got 3,000 likes on anything.
I don't know if I call that viral.
He's in their video. While he's in the video, he gets called away to go and fight a bad guy named Wreckage.
That's not a bad name. That's pretty good.
Here's what happens. While they're fighting, a woman in an outfit, red outfit with a blue insignia. It's a blue strawberry. Guess what the super villain's name is?
Blue Strawberry.
It's a blue strawberry.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is her name Blue Strawberry?
Her name is Blue Strawberry.
Come on.
This is his Joker. Don't move, Strawberry, I cried. These jewel thieves are my prisoners. It's page 20. This is page 87. And then
when he puts on the suit, does he get bigger or is he still a child?
No, he's still
Guess who's the Blue Strawberry? Guess who?
Blue Strawberry goes, "You're a peach, Night Howler." She replied, "You're so sweet. You don't even know when you've been sliced."
Oh.
It's your phrase that might come back to reveal who is actually the Blue Strawberry, which no one could possibly guess.
Is it the sister?
No.
"You're such a good guy," Blue Strawberry said, still page 87. "I'm going to give you some dessert." And she raised both her...
This is getting kind of... Okay.
She raised both hands above her head. "Enjoy." I felt something hit my shoulder. Something bounced off the top of my head. Huh. Fruit.
What?
Apple.
What?
Then a bunch of nanners. And then a hard plum.
Ow.
A storm of grapes rained down on me so thick I couldn't see. That's when I had to set this book down for like a day. Like, he keeps trying to be like a superhero, but he can't.
Well, like,
because
is he
Blue Strawberry
failing?
Mason discovers in Stella's room a blue strawberry
Uh huh.
costume,
Uh huh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He thinks his sister's blue strawberry.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
So does Danielle.
Yeah, it's my inkling. Yeah.
He goes up to his sister. He goes, I know what you're doing. And she goes, looking at my friend's Instagram photos, classic deflection. And he goes, no. And she's like, I know I should be doing my homework. What do you care? And he goes, I know you're blue strawberry. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know my secret. She's like, I don't know nothing about you, dude.
I don't know
I gotta
shit.
go.
Hey,
Oh,
bro.
I gotta say nothing.
I'm pleading the fifth. Peace.
Not a rat.
So immediately after this, he goes to stop a fellow by the name of Randy Revenge. So Randy Revenge was robbing a fishing rod store called Bait Your Hook. First he says, I like you, Night Howler, so I'm going to be kind. I'm not going to torture you. I'm going to finish you off with just one punch. Voice page 129. I raised both hands to summon the shadow. He swung his fist. His punch landed like a stone hammer in the middle of my chest. I heard a ringing sound just before the pain bolted through my whole body. My legs collapsed. I crumpled on the floor, couldn't breathe, couldn't move. A heavy darkness swallowed me. He killed me. End of chapter.
I am slain.
I would just end there and be like, you know what? Best R.L. Stine book.
Slappy here.
That would be fucking.
That's fucked up, right? Okay, thanks for listening. He doesn't actually die. In fact, the next line is,
really?
well, I didn't actually die.
Oh, fuck off. Come on. Don't eat. Fuck off.
He wakes up and then he sees Blue Strawberry again, who showed up to help Randy Revenge, who didn't need it. Page 131. I know it's you, I repeated. Your game is over.
My chest.
She's like, I don't understand. And before she could move, I raised my hands and formed a dark shadow cloud above my head.
Read those thoughts, cloud those memories, whatever it is you do.
I dove forward, reached into the shadow, grabbed her mask with both hands, and ripped it off her face.
Oh, so it's like a teleport portal as well.
Oh,
sort of.
it's okay.
That's a good power.
That's cool.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
Oh,
guys.
shit.
All right.
I let out a scream and stared at the face of a woman I'd never seen before. Not Stella, not my sister. Her green eyes flashed angrily. I lost all my concentration. And her response, what's your problem?
Dude, this is not how we play.
And then she goes, you're acting like a psycho. And she puts
What?
Is this
what the
like-
fuck
Is this a
happening?
game of? Is this a game of like tag or something that he's just really?
Are they LARPing?
elaborated?
Like, what the shit?
Yeah. What's
No,
go-
no. She really is Blue Strawberry the super.
And she really is like, dude,
Not cool.
Not cool. Yeah, that was like. There's
Not
rules
cool.
to this. It's
Yeah,
like
not
historical anachronism. So he's like, well, shit, I'm just getting my ass kicked by a fruit person. And so here's his final thing. He's like, fuck this. I got to do something big. I got to win. I got to prove that really be the Night Howler. This is his Hail Mary, right? Because he wants to prove he's a superhero like we all do. So he goes and says, I'm going to find Dr. Maniac, the real Dr. Maniac.
he'll help me.
Yeah.
And when he goes to fight Dr. Maniac is like, fucking
You're not even worth my time, dude.
whatever. And he turns on these bright lights.
Oh, no.
Oh shit,
They
that
did
was
until
hard.
the end to bring that one in.
Too bad you met me at my stadium.
He kept the light on my face. I covered my eyes. Suddenly, I heard Maniac let out a cry. The light fell from my face. Blinking hard, I opened my eyes and saw Blue Strawberry wrestling with Dr.
What the
Maniac.
fuck is going on?
What is happening?
She grabbed his hand and stole the flashlight. He swiped her for it, but she tossed it. Through his mask, he said, hey, what's your problem? Whose side are you on?
Oh my god.
I like this. What's your problem? Like, they're all
Yeah,
slided
this
just a
is-
little bit.
I feel like this is child's play somehow elaborated.
I raised both hands and formed another deep shadow, sent it swirling over Maniac. Got you, I cried. Didn't have time to celebrate. He said, Howler, do you know my frequent flyer number? Oh, never mind. And then he jumped out a window and flew away.
So he defeated him and he flew away.
Yep. I turned back to Blue Strawberry and shook my head. He got away, I murmured, but you saved my life. Thank you.
I love you.
No big deal, she said. She pulled off her mask. It was Stella.
God damn it.
You motherfucker. What'd you do?
Not Blue Strawberry. It was just Stella in a Halloween costume.
God
God
damn it.
And then she says, Mason, you owe me forever. Because she knows that he's the Night Howler. I forgot how that happened, but
Wait, does his powers
Yeah,
go
then
away?
he should lose his
yeah,
powers,
he lost
right?
all his powers. Lost all his powers. But he defeated Dr. Maniac with the help of the sister who had no powers to begin with.
He did absolutely nothing?
So wait, his sister showed up just dressed like Blue Strawberry. Does it explain why she had a Blue Strawberry outfit to begin with?
Halloween costume.
So it's just a Halloween. So she's had a Halloween costume of a supervillain that her brother conveniently forgot about when he went to go see it.
Earlier, there was a part where she finds the Night Howler costume and she's like, why do you have this? And he was like, yeah, Gammy sent a Halloween costume.
Oh.
Yeah, so it seeds it.
That's not the twist.
No, of course not. Are you kidding?
No, this is RL. Come on.
I mean, like, yes, this is like a superhero story, but it's still fucking R.L. Stine. You think he took the day off to write this? No, this was work. What do you think is the twist?
Okay, I have a theory. My theory, you know those like science exploration museums that they have for kids where you go and you get to like pretend to like fly a rocket or touch some dirt or something. I think that that's what this kind of museum is, but for superheroes. And so they're just like in the romper room where they have like big trampolines and they're like, here, put on this costume. And now
That
they're just...
would have been good.
Is this like The Life of Floyd where they're playing a video game or some shit?
What happens is at the end of the story, he goes back to where it all started, the superhero museum. He actually has the thought, like he's kind of defeated. He's like, what kind of superhero was I? Wreckage, the Juggler, Overtime, Randy Revenge, Blue Strawberry, all escaped. I was a joke. That's all I was. Later, I rolled the Night Howler costume and stuffed it into a shopping bag. I begged my parents to take me back to the museum, and they said yes. He wants to do what the Night Howler was originally going to do, was abandon the costume at the museum.
Oh, so they could use it to like put it on display or something.
Or some other kid who's better at it than him.
Yeah, he's going to find a new protege.
Yeah.
And then he sees Dr. Maniac standing beside the video screen. He was pulling off his leotard cape. Are you an actor? I said. And he shakes his head and he's like, no, I'm the real deal, kid. I'm Dr. Maniac.
Are these reenactors? Is this like instead of
And he goes,
instead of Jamestown, it's
and then he goes, what are you doing? And he's like, I had enough. The whole Maniac thing stresses me out.
I could see where that would be tiring, yeah.
He's like, what? He's like, yeah, it's hard being a maniac kid. All the shouting gives me a sore throat. And I'm tired of narrow escapes. Too scary.
I feel him.
And he goes, do you want to be Dr. Maniac?
At least he says yes.
He's like, here, and don't forget the feather boots. He bent and started to pull them off. My heart started racing with excitement as I stuffed the costume in my backpack. Hey, enjoy, and good luck, kid. And then Mason says, I'm not a kid. I'm a maniac.
What?
So he becomes a villain at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had like,
What?
so the whole, that doesn't make sense. Like with
What?
the way the story was going though. Like, is the kid, it
Then
does
what's
Mason,
the twist?
does Mason just suck as a kid? Did he ever do anything mean or bad?
No,
He was just
bad
a
at being
shitty
a hero.
superhero. That's how villains are made. I mean,
I'm bad at this. You know what? I can't play guitar, so I guess I'll play piano. Oh, I guess I can't be a superhero, so I guess I'll go murder people as the Joker.
yeah.
Duh, Jeff.
There's a story in this whole mess. There's something in there that could have been clever.
There could have been
Yes.
something really poignant in this. And
Yes.
if there's a lesson here, I'm not going to be the one to figure it out. Because here's what we get from Slappy.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has to close it out.
And this is how I know this is what this book was trying to do.
Oh, God.
I think Mason will make a great villain. Page 143. Don't you? He was such a loser as a hero. He has to be a better as a bad guy. At least we know he'll be healthy. Blue Strawberry will always be there to make sure he has plenty of fruit in his diet. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
The logic behind that is almost bad for a kid to read. I would almost feel bad for my kid reading that.
I think my brain has been disassembled by that
Let's
sentence.
all catch our breath.
Okay.
And then I'll be back for another scary Goosebump story. Remember, this is Slappyworld. You only scream at it.
I'm glad.
And
I would say that not reading this book was great. Still, listening to you explain it is not much better.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it
I'm
is-
still mad. I'm still sad.
This is what's so interesting to me, having just read Monster Blood is Back. This book, it's a train wreck. Like, it makes it's nonsense.
Calling it a book is a stretch.
But like the thing that's weird to me, which honestly makes me worry about R.L. Stine, is the dialogue that was written sounds completely unhinged.
It's just bonkers.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Absolutely
The whole
nothing.
thing is pretty unhinged.
Slappyworld 10, 130 pages, you're in, you're out. Revenge of the Invisible Boy, 132 pages, you're in, you're out.
Okay.
Most Goosebumps books we read are about 110.
100, yeah.
100.
They're about 23 chapters of varying between 2 to 6 pages each.
Yeah. This is 143 pages, and so much stuff happens. It's so hard to follow that I actually it's bonkers.
Well, because like in my head, it works where you have the origin where he gets the costume. The middle part is the training montage.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an attempt to be heroic, a failure. He comes back and bounces. Like it's a classic sort of.
I mean, my problem is that there's a clear formula for superhero stories.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
There's a clear formula for horror stories. He has 2 perfectly obvious templates.
He did neither.
And he didn't even look.
He did neither, and he ruined both.
And it's so weird. Why is this? Because Slappyworld, is Slappyworld just supposed to be like bonkers and not scary?
No. It's his world. You only scream in it. Just like. I can't speak of this because this is now 2 I've read. One really good one and one really bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think most of these are supposed to be horror. I honestly think that this is almost like R.L. Stine. Like, I wonder if I could write a superhero story.
No.
No, you can't.
You cannot.
You can't. No.
If he had started like a series
Right.
of Night Howler stories.
Yeah.
Like this could be his Invincible.
Exactly.
Yeah, or this could almost be like how he's doing Garbage Pail Kids. Like, this is his Captain Underpants, you know?
Yeah.
I think this was just it's probably long because he had all these what he thought to be clever ideas for characters.
Yeah.
He wanted to jam them all in there.
Yeah, it's like a frenzied fever dream mushroom bad acid trip.
Anyway, that was They Call Me the Night Howler.
They called you it because you're no longer past tense.
I really wish this was better.
It sounds like just a bunch of notes.
It sounds like jibber jabber.
It's like that thing, you go into this building where there was a house fire here, but then the person's selling it's like, but it's got good bones.
It's still got strong bones.
This book has good bones.
We can recover this. We can work
they're
this.
they're out of order, and some of them are from a dog, but it's got good bones.
Those bones are still good. Doesn't matter.
Thank you to the band Dog Party for the use of our theme song Bad Dream off of the album Hit and Run. It's a wonderful song by a wonderful band. You can check them out at dogpartylive.com and dogparty.bandcamp.com. I know you had a final thought, Danielle, and we'll get to you. If you like this show, you can get in contact with us at geesebumpspod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at geesebumps_pod and Instagram at geesebumps_pod.
Correct.
Fucking nice.
Nailed it.
Geesebumps is just one piece of comedy content from the Monhat Comedy Crew. You can check out our YouTube Let's Play show, JoJo Has Fun, on YouTube. And you can also listen to our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast called The Rolls We Made, which is available every Friday and everywhere that podcasts can be found.
And please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We would be so delighted. And also actually would like to hear from you guys. Like, we take your comments seriously. So
Danielle, by taking your comments seriously, Danielle means I perseverate on
I will dwell on it until I die.
If you have criticism, couch it in a compliment, because you won't hear about it, but we will.
Yeah. I have to keep buying tissues because the tears just won't stop flowing.
They said I talked funny.
No, that was me, Danielle.
They said you talked funny.
Oh, no.
Excellent.
Yeah.
My name is JoJo. I have a PhD.
My name is Danielle, and I have a PhD.
My name is Jeff, and I don't want to be the Night Howler. Fuck that.
This has been Geesebumps Minibump, a Did You Mean Goosebumps podcast. And until next time, stay out of the basement.
Just like somebody I used to know.